Hey everyone. It seems like everywhere you turn these days, people are talking about AI and how it's going to change the world.
It really does feel like we're on the cusp of something massive.
We decided to take a deep dive into this Forbes article that's making some pretty bold predictions about what's coming in 2025. And it's not just about, robots taking over factories.
No, not at all. This article goes way beyond that, talking about a whole new kind of AI.
Yeah, they're calling it Agentic AI.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating about agentic AI is that it's not just about automating tasks, it's about creating software that can actually think for itself.
Think for itself, huh?
Well, think for itself in the sense that it can learn and adapt and make decisions without needing constant human input. Imagine, having a team of super smart assistants working for you 24/7.
I mean, that sounds incredible, but honestly, a little bit scary too. I mean,
Yeah.
just thinking about all the ways that could change things, like, wow.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge shift, and it's going to have a ripple effect across every aspect of our lives. The article even quotes NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, saying this is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity.
Trillions of dollars, huh? That's almost hard to even grasp.
It is, it is. But when you start to think about all the potential applications, it starts to make a little more sense.
So where do we even begin to unpack all of this? I mean, where are we going to see the biggest impact of this agentic AI?
Well, the article highlights a few key areas, and one of the biggest ones is the workplace. I mean, they're predicting that within just a decade, something like 70% of office tasks could be automated by this kind of AI.
Okay, 70%, that's a huge chunk of what people do every day.
Yeah.
So what happens to all the people who are currently doing those jobs?
Right, that's the big question, isn't it? And it's one that a lot of people are understandably worried about. But the article suggests that this shift won't necessarily lead to mass unemployment. Instead, it could actually free up human workers to focus on things that require, uniquely human skills.
Like what kinds of things?
Things like, creativity, complex problem solving, building relationships, the kinds of things that AI, at least for now, isn't very good at.
So instead of being replaced by robots, we might actually end up working with them, kind of like a superpowered team.
Exactly. And, this could even lead to stronger human connections in the workplace. Imagine, less time spent on tedious data entry and more time for brainstorming, mentoring, actually building those relationships that are so essential to a thriving work environment.
Yeah, I can see how that could be a really positive outcome.
Yeah.
But the article also talks about how this AI revolution is going to, democratize knowledge and tools. What exactly does that mean?
Well, right now, access to, cutting edge technology and information is often limited to, big corporations with deep pockets. But imagine a world where anyone, from small business owners to individual entrepreneurs, has access to these powerful AI tools.
So it's about leveling the playing field and giving everyone the opportunity to innovate.
Exactly. And that could lead to an explosion of creativity and entrepreneurship. The article even talks about the emergence of what they call an agent economy.
An agent economy. That sounds pretty futuristic. What does that actually look like?
Well, think about it this way. You might have an AI agent that helps you manage your finances, another one that helps you plan your travel, maybe even one that helps you stay on top of your health goals.
So we're all going to be like giving orders to our own personal AI assistants.
In a way, yeah. These agents would be constantly learning and adapting to your needs, becoming more efficient and helpful over time.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture. So we've got AI potentially transforming the workplace, giving everyone access to powerful new tools. But the article also talks about this idea of physical AI, how it's not just about software anymore. So what does that mean?
This is where things get really interesting. Physical AI is about AI, breaking free from the digital world and actually interacting with the physical world around us.
So we're talking robots, self-driving cars, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Things that can actually move and act in the real world.
No, that definitely sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It does, doesn't it? But the truth is, a lot of this is already happening. The article mentions Waymo, the self-driving car company. They're already doing nearly 200,000 paid trips every week.
Wow, 200,000. That's incredible.
It is, and that's just one example. The article also talks about how drones are being used for delivery and support services, and robots are taking on more and more complex roles in manufacturing and other industries. It really does feel like we're on the verge of this huge shift where AI is going to be all around us, not just on our computers and phones.
Yeah, it's almost hard to wrap your head around how quickly this technology is developing. So how does this physical AI, how does it actually impact things like, say, our cities? The article mentioned smart cities and how AI is going to play a role there.
Imagine a city where AI is, optimizing traffic flow to reduce congestion, predicting when infrastructure needs maintenance to prevent breakdowns, even coordinating emergency response in case of a natural disaster. It's about using AI to make cities more efficient, sustainable, resilient.
It sounds amazing in theory,
Yeah.
but are there any real-world examples of this happening yet?
Oh, absolutely. The article gives a really cool example with something called FireSat.
Fireside.
Yeah, it's an AI system developed by Google that can actually detect wildfires when they're still incredibly small, potentially preventing them from becoming major disasters.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
It is, and it's just one example of how AI can be used to address some of the biggest challenges we face, from, climate change to public safety. And the article also highlights some incredible advancements in healthcare as well.
Oh, yeah, I was just getting to that. I mean,
Yeah.
robotic surgery, AI-powered diagnostics, personalized treatment plans. It seems like AI is poised to completely revolutionize healthcare as we know it.
It really does. I mean, the possibilities are just mind-boggling.
It really is mind-boggling to think about all the ways this technology is going to impact our lives.
Yeah.
But the article also hints at some less obvious impacts of AI, things they call hidden economies. What are those?
Well, those are areas where the impact of AI might not be as immediately obvious, but could be just as profound as the things we've already discussed. They're kind of, you know, lurking beneath the surface, waiting to emerge.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's dive into those next.
So these hidden economies, they're areas where the impact of AI might not be as, front and center, but it could still be pretty huge.
Okay, so like what are we talking about here? Give me an example.
Well, let's think about something that affects, everyone on the planet, weather.
Weather.
Yeah. Imagine AI being used to create super accurate weather models,
Yeah.
not just for tomorrow's forecast, but for predicting long-term climate patterns, the potential impacts of climate change.
So instead of just knowing if I need an umbrella tomorrow, AI could tell us how climate change is going to, actually affect our world.
Exactly. And that kind of predictive modeling could be a game changer. It could change how we plan our cities, how we manage resources, even how we adapt to a changing environment. It could help us make better decisions about where we live, what crops we grow, how we protect ourselves from those, extreme weather events we keep hearing about.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty big deal. So that's weather. What about something a little closer to home? How could AI affect our everyday lives in ways that we might not even be thinking about?
We'll take travel, for example.
Travel, okay?
Yeah, imagine AI-powered travel assistants that can not only book your flights and hotels, but actually curate entire travel experiences based on your preferences.
So like a personalized
Yep.
travel agent.
Even better, I mean, it could analyze your past travel history, your interests, your budget, even your social media to come up with trips you might never have thought of yourself.
That would be amazing. No more spending hours on those travel websites trying to figure out where to go.
Exactly. And it could go even further than that. Imagine this AI assistant being with you throughout your whole trip.
Like in my pocket.
Yeah, providing real-time translations, recommending, cool places to eat, helping you navigate if something unexpected happens.
It'd be like having a personal tour guide who knows everything.
Pretty much. And it wouldn't just make travel more convenient, it would create these super personalized and immersive experiences.
Okay, so we've got weather and travel. Any other hidden economies out there? Any chance AI can, help me figure out what to have for dinner tonight?
Well, maybe not that specifically, but, AI does have the potential to totally change how we produce and consume food.
Food, okay.
Yeah, imagine AI-powered systems that can analyze soil conditions, weather patterns, crop health, all that stuff to optimize planting and irrigation and harvesting.
So we're talking about AI helping farmers grow more food, but using fewer resources.
Exactly. And, that could be huge in a world where we've got a growing population and, more pressure on our resources. AI could be a way to make food production more efficient, more sustainable, make sure everyone has enough to eat.
Okay, I'll admit this is all pretty exciting, but it's also, a little overwhelming. It's like we're on the verge of this huge leap forward, but we don't really know where we're going to land.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a lot to take in. And it's important to remember that, with any new technology, there are always going to be challenges, things we don't see coming.
So how do we make sure this whole AI revolution unfolds in a way that actually benefits everyone? Are there any steps we can take to make sure we're steering this thing in the right direction?
Well, the article talks a lot about responsible development, making
Hmm.
sure we're thinking about the ethical implications every step of the way.
That's a good point. It's easy to say be responsible, but what does that actually look like when we're talking about AI?
Well, I think education is huge.
Education.
Yeah, and not just for like tech people, for everyone. The more people understand how AI works, the better equipped they'll be to, spot potential problems, advocate for responsible use, maybe even help shape the technology itself.
So it's about giving everyone the knowledge to participate in this AI revolution, not just be, swept along by it.
Exactly. And it's about, having open discussions. We need to be talking about AI's impact on society and schools, workplaces, even around the dinner table. The more we talk about these things, the better chance we have of creating a future where AI is working for us, not the other way around.
Yeah, I like that. It's a big task, but it's an important one.
Yeah.
The article mentioned that the real test of this whole AI revolution won't just be, the cool new tech, but how we choose to use it.
That's what really stuck with me, too. It's about the choices we make. I mean, think about it. AI could be used to create amazing things, right?